Welcome back to my Events A to Z series where we break down event planning one letter at a time. The last video we looked at audience and how important it is to understand them. That is key to this next one because once you understand what you need to do for your audience, this will be a lot easier. B is for budgeting. This is something that I used to despise when I started my events career. But now I'm at the point where I tell my clients I'm not even starting until I know the budget. An important thing to understand is budgeting isn't just about numbers, it's about priorities. Your budget is simply a reflection of what matters most at your event. And this is why understanding your audience is important because then you know what you can prioritize and things that you can cut down on or potentially not even have at the event. A lot of people struggle when it comes to event budgeting because you want the best everything. You want the best venue, the best decor, the best entertainment. And don't get me wrong, that's very understandable. We all want the best. But when you make everything a priority, nothing really is. This is not me saying that you can't have the best of everything because you definitely can. It's just understanding your priorities so that you know what you can cut down on and what you can splash more cash on. When I first got into the events industry, I started with decor. So I started with budgets of around £100 to now 160k. And one thing that I've learned is that strong events don't come from the biggest budget. They just come from a well-managed budget, which is why I want you to start focusing on it so much more. When you start planning your events and working with your budget, make sure you ask yourself these questions. What is essential to make this event a success? What message is my client trying to get across with this event? What will help logistics run more smoothly? And what things can we do to elevate this event? Good event budgets are not just about spending more, they're about spending intentionally. And once you make sure that your budget reflects your priorities and you're not just guessing, you'll realise that every pound works with the event to make it more successful. For more events advice, tips and tricks and story times, make sure you give me a follow and make sure you join us back here for our next letter, which will be C.